Welcome back to the THC Launchpad. My name is Doc. I'm one of the founders of the Hood Collective. And today we are going to be talking about email marketing. Email marketing seems kind of boring, but it's actually one of the most underutilized methods of marketing your business in this industry. And I really am trying to help people see like, oh, this is something you should be thinking about, because unlike a lot of the other things, social media, paid ads, digital ad, like all the different options, it's not restricted in the same way that some of these others are. So I'm going to just get right into like what you should be thinking about when you are using email to market your cannabis business. Number one, I want to say this, it should be obvious, but it needs to be said right at the start. Do not go out and buy a mailing list. I'm getting, emails all the time saying, hey, we have a list from, MJ BizCon or from this or that. And most of the time it's probably not, it's a scam. Not in a scam that you'll get nothing, but you're going to get this list of, it could be hundreds, it could be thousands of emails that is virtually useless. Because when we're talking about email marketing, we are not talking about just cold emailing thousands of people or tens of thousands of people and just hoping you get a hit. That is, that's not going to get you anywhere. And so when we're talking about email marketing, we mean organic email marketing, that you are acquiring these lists because they have opted in, they are customers already of your business, they are interested in your business, they have come to your website and volunteered to give you their email. Whatever it is, they have expressed some interest in your company, in your products, in your services, and have agreed to be on your mailing list. And so, okay, that is the starting point. Okay, so now that we're on the same page about what we mean by email marketing, what is the first thing that you need to be considering when you're getting started in email marketing? It's the platform you're going to use. Because although I said that it is easier to market through email, it doesn't mean that there aren't some restrictions. And specifically, when it comes to some of the major platforms like the one you've probably all heard of, MailChimp, MailChimp is not cannabis friendly, and it's likely that they will ban your account. They might do it from the very beginning if you tell them that you're for cannabis, but it could happen at any time, and it's not consistent, and so it's very frustrating because you might get away with it for a while and then they're like, oh wait, you're cannabis, and take it away. And so you want to make sure that you're working with a platform that you know is cannabis friendly. We use Email Octopus. That is not an endorsement. It's fine. We like it. Especially at the beginning, it lets you have a free option until you build up a big enough list. But that's just one example. There's many out there. You can go out and Google, cannabis-friendly email marketing platforms, and you'll find a lot of options. And so you need to figure out, okay, what do you need when you're how are you using your emails? How are you interacting with, how are you integrating that email list into your business model overall? And that's going to determine the type of email service that you're going to need. And that distinction of how you're going to be integrating your emails into your business model is very important because, for example, if you are a dispensary and you are already keeping track of your users' information, your customers are signing up for your loyalty program, or they're purchasing through an app or online, and they're providing you your email, that's a great time to have them opt in, voluntarily for your mailing list. And then if you're able to integrate that into your POS through whether it's Spring Big or another one of these companies that does it specifically for the cannabis industry, it's going to make it so much easier because you're already bringing in, you're already creating that mailing list through just the normal operations of your business, and now you're able to reach out for them to your customers in a lot of different ways. they made a purchase, you haven't seen them for a month, and you sent out an automated email saying, hey, we miss you, have 10% off your next visit. Or you get their birthday and you send out, a birthday discount or even just a birthday message. There's so many ways that you can use this kind of email system to increase customer retention, to get them to come back more often, to purchase online, and it's a really valuable opportunity. And if you're not utilizing it, you're really missing out. Because these are your customers, and so now you're marketing to the people that are most likely to be receptive to your messaging. And now I've said a couple things that are like really important, but really now once we're talking about email marketing, the most important thing you need to think about is you have to put yourself in the shoes of your customers and think about what they want to see in an email, not what you want them to see. And this principle really applies to any kind of marketing that you do, but receiving an email is pretty invasive, right? It's a lot more invasive than a passively passing a billboard as you're driving down or flipping through a magazine or online. You see it, like that kind of advertising, it can almost become invisible. But when someone receives an email or a text message, which is another form of marketing that is much more difficult for cannabis companies, when someone receives an email from a business, that is by its very nature an intrusive act. And so unless you are creating content for them that is valuable, you are giving them something that they want to receive in their inbox, they're not only going to opt out immediately, they're going to be annoyed. And that's the last thing that you want. And so every time you use that email, you need to think about, like, are they going to be happy to open this email? Not everyone's going to open it. And that's fine. If they're just ignoring it and they're not even opening it, that's fine. At least they're going to keep getting those emails, and maybe next time they're going to open it. When they get that email and they open it, and if they are annoyed, then you are pushing them away. And so you really have to think about, why are they going to want to open this email? Oh, are you giving them a coupon? Are you alerting them to a sale? Are you giving them a valuable piece of information that they're going to be happy to know? Those are all reasons. Those are all ideas that you want to be thinking about. Like, how am I generating that positive goodwill and that positive engagement through my email? And if you can't come up with a good answer, then you shouldn't be using email at all. Now, if you are a retail business, you're always going to be running sales. You're always going to have new products. You're always going to have reasons to reach out. And so there's a lot of opportunity. And you just have to remember, hey, I'm sending them something that, could very easily annoy them. But I'm making sure, they're going to be happy to receive this because of this reason. And if you have to have that mindset, if you're thinking about that every time, then your emails are going to be much more effective. That if all you're thinking about is like, oh, I need people to come in. Hey, come. We're great. We have great products. Come visit us. Come buy from us. They're not going to want that. They're not going to care. If they do care, they will come, and they will seek you out. And so if you are reaching out via email, it needs to have that level of thought put into it of like, this is the valuable thing that I'm providing you, and you're going to be happy to be getting it. And one other thing along with that to remember, a really important thing that people overlook is the rule of thumb with email marketing is the shorter the email, the more effective. And how, they found that emails with 50 words or less perform the best, and from 50 to 250 words is the second best. Anything over 250, it just gets worse and worse. And so short and sweet. How do you accomplish that? Well, a lot of it's going to be accomplished through images. And so if you can make an image that's like, hey, 30% off for the next 7 days, whatever the deal is, then that's going to do all the heavy lifting. You're not going to need much text. And so as much as you can communicate through images, the better. I could go on and on. I always say that. I could go on and on about this email marketing, but those are the most important things. You find a platform that is going to be cannabis friendly. You make sure that every time you use their email, you're giving them something that they're going to want to receive, and you keep those emails as short as possible. And of course, what I said, I led with at the top, never buy an email list. That's just going to be throwing your money away. Those are the main things you need to keep in mind. If you're interested in the nuances, you can read up about it on our website. We actually just posted a blog post about this very recently, and or you can reach out to me directly. I'm happy to meet with you and discuss some strategies for email marketing and possibly how we can help. But you know, I'm happy to help you no matter what. So please reach out to us, and you'll definitely hear back. And that's the end of this video. Thank you very much for watching. And if you found this valuable, please like or subscribe, and I will see you guys next time.